Hello YouTuber woobers. Not so sure if I'm even getting this. The screen seems to have gone wacko. So these are the kind of outlets that I like to use when I do wiring outlets. They're called backwire, side wire, and what they have here is they have these little plates. You can see them behind the screw. So you can actually put 2 wires per screw. Now, they're really cheap plugs. They're really cheap outlets. You wrap the screw wire around it. You can only do 1 wire around each screw. This gives you the ability to do 4. Now, if you do 4 12-gauge wires in a box, you're going to have trouble getting this back into the box. But it does give the ability, easier to work one-handed, and it's easier, you have more contact space to work with. Now, of course, this is your ground. You always want to have a ground wire. And if you're using a metal box, you always want to ground it, the ground wire to the metal box and the green screw. You can't use these as your grounding to the metal box because if these screws are loosened up, and often they are, you won't have a good contact. Now the other thing that I like to do, and maybe it's a Massachusetts thing, I don't know, but I like to put tape around the outlet before you put it in the wall. And that keeps, like when you have a plate off to do painting, it cuts down on the accidental touching of the screws. It's not impossible, you can work at it, it just cuts it down. So, but I've noticed these new outlet covers that are coming out lately, and they are, you can get a USB plug, charging plug, or a night light or something of the sort by just taking off the old plate and putting on the new plate, and it clips onto the screws on the side. Now, you know, of course, if you put the tape around it, it's not going to work. So it's not going to give you a good solid connection either. It's just going to be a spring-loaded connection, but it's up to you. This is just something that we do. I think it's more common in Massachusetts and New England area than maybe, I don't know. Obviously, if UL seems it's okay to have those kind of plates, it must not be a common practice to wrap the outlet with tape. So both outlets have a ground wire on it. The wires are twisted together with a tight twist, so that it has a good connection for ground to ground. You know, white wires always go on the ground side, black wires always go on the hot side. And usually on most outlets, wherever side the grounding screw is also where your neutral lines are going to go on your outlet. But you always want to make sure that you're putting them on the right screw, because now the breaker's going to trip and the sparks will fly. Ta-ta.